Good evening, live from this news center of the Sultanate of Oman television. Here we present to you 7 o'clock news bulletin. But first, the headlines. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq sends 2 cables of greetings to Sultan of Brunei Darussalam and President of Guyana. Assigned by His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq, His Highness Sayyid Shihab bin Tariq Al Saeed inaugurates the Muscat International Book Fair. And the period for submitting applications for candidacy for membership of Municipal Council for the 3rd term starts tomorrow Sunday. Assalamu alaikum. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq sent a cable of greetings to His Majesty Sultan Haji Hassan Al Bulqiya of Brunei Darussalam on his country's National Day. His Majesty Sultan Haytham sends a similar cable to His Excellency President David Arthur Granga of Guyana on his country's National Day.
ولولا ثبات ورسوخ الأمن وانتشار الأمان في ربوع هذه البلاد الذي ما كان ليتحقق إلا بوجود قوات مسلحة جاهزة وعصرية ومعدة إعدادا عاليا بكل فروعها وقطاعاتها، فنحن نقدر دورها العظيم في ضمان منجزات ومكتسبات البلاد، ونؤكد على دعمنا لها واعتزازنا بدورها.
Assigned by His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq, His Highness Sayyid Shihab bin Tariq Al Saeed, His Majesty's advisor, inaugurates today the events of the 25th session of the Muscat International Book Fair at Oman Conventions and Exhibition Center. 946 publishing houses and 25 media institutions from inside and outside the Sultanate will take part in the book fair. The period for submitting applications for candidacy for membership of Municipal Council for the 3rd term will start tomorrow Sunday and will continue till Thursday 12th of March 2020. The Minister of Interior called upon those who wish to run for Municipal Council elections and fulfill the conditions to submit the applications through the website of the elections after filling in the electronic form prepared for that and attaching the required documents. Still to come in our news bulletin. A shipping vessel conducts the biggest discharging in the history of Port of Duqm's dealings.
وسنبني علاقتنا مع جميع دول العالم على تراث عظيم خلفه لنا السلطان الراحل عليه رحمة الله ومغفرته، أساسه الالتزام بعلاقات الصداقة والتعاون مع الجميع واحترام المواثيق والقوانين والاتفاقيات التي أمضيناها مع مختلف الدول والمنظمات.
You're watching the Sultanate of Oman television. In Brussels, French President Emmanuel Macron yesterday called for a summit on Syria as soon as possible with the leaders of Germany, Russia and Turkey. Speaking on the sidelines of European Union budget summit, Macron said the Syrian offensive risks provoking a humanitarian catastrophe, an escalation of the conflict and a migration crisis. World Health Organization Director General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus said although the window of opportunity is narrowing to contain the outbreak of coronavirus, they still have a chance to contain it. But while doing that, they have to prepare at the same time for any eventualities, because this outbreak could go any direction. It could even be messy. Gangandeep Gang, a microbiologist who leads India's Traditional Health Sciences and Technology Institute, said health officials should try and contain the infection for as long as possible while preparing for a change in strategy by preparing hospitals, readying protective equipment and bolstering laboratory capacity. An European Union summit called to set the bloc's next 7-year budget ended in pace, driven by competing groups among 27 member states and pressure to fill a funding gap left by Brexit. At the end of the 2 days of talks in Brussels, German Chancellor Angela Merkel told reporters differences were still too great to reach an agreement. No date had yet been set for another summit to try again, but added that they are going to have to run or to return to the subject. Once again, back here in the Sultanate port of Duqm received the giant shipping ship coming from India. It conducted discharge operation, which is the largest of its kind in the history of the ports dealing with big size shipments. It was equipped and pumps for Duqm refinery project. The shipment included 11 pieces with weighs ranging from 450 to 1,130 tons. Where it arrived at the port, the giant ship was dealt with successfully and positioned at the commercial berth till finalizing procedures and then transferred to the land via roads paved to the Duqm refinery project site. The Duqm Port Company affirmed its readiness to receive and handle such shipments and goods and has the human and technical capability to carry out the discharging in a way that guarantees achieving the highest efficiency and performance efficiency in dealing with this type of giant shipment. Non-communicable diseases are chronic diseases, NCDs, which tend to be long duration and are the result of a contribution of genetic, physiological, and environmental and behavioral factors that kill 41 million yearly, 71% of the deaths globally. A workshop on NCD's strategic research project was held in Muscat, and I was present there, and here is the report. The Non-Communicable Diseases NCD Strategic Research Program, a program developed by the Ministry of Health in collaboration with the Research Council TRC, held a workshop. At the beginning, the main objectives of the NCD program were highlighted, such as providing evidence-based, up-to-date, extensive and reliable baseline data on the major preventable NCDs and their behavioral and biological risk factors in the Sultanate of Oman. His Excellency Dr. Ali Al-Hinai, Undersecretary for Planning Affairs at the Ministry of Health and Chairman of Steering Committee of NCD Strategic Research Program, stated that the main types of NCDs are cardiovascular diseases, cancers, chronic respiratory diseases and diabetes in Oman, maintaining that 36% of all deaths are due to cardiovascular diseases, with 11% due to cancers, 8% due to diabetes and 2% due to chronic respiratory diseases, thus stressing the importance of taking the right actions to tackle these raising issues in the Sultanate. Dr. Adra Al-Ma'waliya, Director of the NCD Strategic Research Program and Director of Center of Studies and Research at the Ministry of Health, spoke to us and said,
Non-communicable diseases are diseases which tend to be for long duration and slow progression. There are 4 main types of these diseases: cardiovascular diseases, diabetes, chronic respiratory diseases, and all types of cancers. These diseases are the cause for 72% of death in Omanis. And the main causes for these are mainly genetic and lifestyle factors, like unhealthy diet, physical inactivity, using tobacco and alcohol, and now they added air pollution. There are other 4 biological factors like raised blood pressure, raised blood glucose, raised cholesterol, and obesity and overweight. Every 2 seconds in the world, 2 people are dying due to these diseases.
Dr. Azid Ghali, health expert at TRC, added,
So this workshop is like an orientation workshop about the non-communicable diseases, abbreviated as NCDs. And the second main objective for this workshop is to open the call for proposals. This is a strategic program which targets conducting high-quality, practical, applied research in the country. So today, we gathered a large group of active researchers in Oman from so many different organizations in order to tell them all the details about this upcoming program, where we are going to open the call for proposals starting from today. And the deadline is going to extend until the end of March 2020.
The general aim of the NCD Strategic Research Program is to emphasize on the importance of focusing on NCD's prevention, early detection and control as priority areas for research. Abdullah bin Ahmed Al-Rubi'i, Sultanate of Oman Television, Muscat. Indeed, in order to get rid of this kind of diseases, we need to change lifestyles, be active and have right food, and that is the most important thing, and get rid of the tobacco. Now, the total value of property transactions in the Sultanate until the end of December 2019 increased by 4.9% to reach 2.77 billion Omani Riyals from 2.64 billion Riyals for the same period of 2018, as indicated by the preliminary statistics issued by the National Center for Statistics and Information. Of the total traded value until the end of December 2019, 911.2 million Riyals worth transactions were sale contracts, while 1.83 billion Riyals transactions were mortgage deals. The Sultanate's government collected 82.3 million Omani Riyals as real estate transactions fees until the end of December 2019, which is a drop by 2% compared to the same period of 2018. Islamic banking entities provided financing to the extent of about 4 billion Omani Riyals at the end of December 2019, recording a growth of 11% over that a year ago, according to the bulletin issued by the Central Bank of Oman. Total deposits held with Islamic banks and windows also increased by 10.3% to 3.6 billion Riyals. The total assets of the Islamic banks and windows stood at 4.9 billion Omani Riyals at the end of December 2019 and constituted about 13.9% of the banking system assets. You're watching the Sultanate of Oman Television, and now to end this news bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq sends 2 cables of greetings to Sultan of Brunei Darus Salam and President of Guyana. Signed by His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq, His Highness Sayyid Shihab bin Tariq Al Saeed inaugurates the Muscat International Book Fair. And the period for submitting applications for candidacy for membership of Municipal Council for the 3rd term starts tomorrow, Sunday. And with that, we do conclude this news bulletin brought to you live from this news center of the Sultanate of Oman Television. From me and the entire news team, we thank you for joining us. Wish you a pleasant evening and good night.